Hello, good morning, amazing people. I hope you guys are doing great. I'm very happy to be on here live with you. Today we have a very exciting topic. Join in and let's get started. I have just a few minutes until I'm off, so join in, share the video, comment, like, subscribe if you're watching on Facebook. Okay. So we're live on Instagram and we're live on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. So if you're watching from on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. And if you're watching on Facebook, of course, hit your notification. Make sure that you are alerted once we come on live. My name is Akua. Today we're going to be discussing a very important immigration law topic. I've been seeing this problem pop up a bit, so I wanted to bring it to your attention. If you are filing an application, a marriage-based green card, you need to make sure that you demonstrate your eligibility for that application. One major problem I see is that people have been previously married, for example. So the non-citizen or the foreign national has been previously married. And then they're trying to have their new U.S. citizen spouse or green card holder, husband or wife, file for them for a green card. And they are not able to prove that their first or their previous marriages were properly dissolved before they actually got into the marriage with their current spouses. Okay, so this is a major problem, and you are, it's your burden. If you are the person who's seeking the U.S. immigration law benefits, then you have the burden of proving to the officer who has never met you and has never heard of you and knows nothing about you that your previous marriage was validly dissolved and that you were free to enter into your new marriage, and the new marriage is valid based on the fact that there was no pre-existing marriage that you were in when you got married. Okay, so I hope this makes sense. Let's say you're called Rebecca and you were previously married to Mr. Trump, and you guys got divorced in 2006. In 2008, you met Mr. Biden and you wanted to get married to Mr. Biden. You need to make sure that your divorce with Mr. Trump is full and final, and you have a valid divorce decree to show for it. Now, what I'm going to tell you is I'm going to give you a trick to making sure that you know that you have the valid document. Yes, perhaps you've gone through the divorce properly in your country, and you can, you know that you've been divorced, but U.S. immigration law has its own requirements of what a valid divorce is and what a valid marriage is and what a valid um, marriage certificate is and what a valid death certificate looks like. What does a valid birth certificate look like? If you Google the U.S. reciprocity chart, you'll find a very extensive document that has been prepared by the U.S. Department of State, and it's given the reciprocity chart for every single country in the world. Okay, so every single country. So when you go on the reciprocity chart, you'll be able to find Ghana, Nigeria, every country, Afghanistan, Tokyo, China. And the U.S. Department of State has taken its time to tell you what a valid divorce decree from Ghana should look like. All these things are supposed to help the consular officers based at the various U.S. embassies around the world to be able to properly adjudicate, because most of the time these consular officers, they are not locals, so they don't know what a Ghanaian customary law marriage is. And okay, if a Ghanaian customary law marriage has been properly dissolved, what document? We all know that a Ghanaian customary law marriage is, normally is dissolved orally, right? And Ghanaian customary law, they don't usually have a lot of documents to show for it. But if you're trying to apply for U.S. immigration law benefits, you have to find documents. Nobody's going to buy that, oh, my society is an oral society, and so I don't have proof. You have to have proof. The U.S. system is a paper-backed system. Everything has to be by proof, and it's not by spiritual proof. It's not by, oral proof. You have to show it. You have to show them. They want to see it. They want to see dates. They want to see seals. They want to see stamps. They want to see issuing authorities. They want to see a certain type of paper. They want to see signatures. They want to see everything that will make a document valid. Okay, so let me go back. I've pulled up my reciprocity chart. So make sure that if you're trying to apply for any type of U.S. immigration law benefit, and you're not sure what type of document, this can be a guide to you. You Google U.S. visa reciprocity and civil documents by country. And as I said, the Department of State has given all the countries, Afghanistan, Albania, Algeria, Andorra, Angola, Anguilla, every single country. So you look at the country, and then you click on your country, and then you click on the exactly the type of, document you're looking to submit, to make sure that your document complies with what the U.S. Department of State or the U.S. government will deem valid for your case type. So let's do an example. So I've pulled up Ghana. This is the reciprocity chart for Ghana. Oh yeah, you won't be able to see it because my screen, I should be able to share my screen, but I'm having difficulty. I'm using a new channel, I'm using Restream. I used to use StreamYard, and so I could share my screen, but Restream, I still have to figure it out. So let's go by this. Go by my words today. I won't be able to show you on the screen, but we've pulled up Ghana, for example. Okay. If you pull up Ghana, you should be able to find, okay, let's take a look at, let's say, what divorce certificates should look like. For divorce certificates from Ghana, they've given for civil marriages, for customary marriages, and for Islamic marriages or Mohammedan marriages, the way your divorce should look. And then the document name should be divorce certificate or decree of dissolution. So if you want to prove that your divorce is valid from Ghana, the name of the certificate should be divorce certificate or decree of dissolution. Then the issuing authority would be High Court, District Court, or Circuit Court that granted the divorce. Okay, and then there are certain special seals, such as the watermark of the Ghana Judicial Service, things like that. Okay, so now let's take a look at customary law divorces in Ghana. When you are trying to prove that you were previously in a customary law marriage, okay, and you're from Ghana, and then the customary law marriage got dissolved, as Ghanaians, we understand that if you're dissolving a customary law marriage, it's not done normally through documentation. It's done normally through, the customary actions of both families. So if in your tribe, a valid customary law marriage is dissolved through the heads of houses meeting in the family house and exchange or return, the bride's family returning the drinks to the groom's family, or the groom's family pouring powder on the feet of the bride in the family house, or whatever method, that's what actually dissolves a customary law marriage. But normally if you my jacket was okay, so normally if you are proving that your marriage was properly dissolved, the U.S. embassy official or the U.S., the person who's going to be adjudicating the your application was not there when the powder was being poured, right? They were not there when the drinks were being exchanged. So they need a document. So matter of Kwajo is the case law that actually regulates customary law divorces in Ghana. And normally it should be the divorce, you should be able to attest to the divorce. Heads of the houses of both families, the groom's family, the bride's family, heads of houses should be able to attest to the fact that they were present and the proper customary law traditions were followed. You have to give details of who was there, the family heads that were there, where it occurred, where was there issue to the marriage, any children, what was the problem, why was the marriage dissolved, all the details about the exact tribal customs that were performed in order to properly dissolve the marriage. All these things should be contained in the affidavit. And then, you include, of course, the divorce decree from either a high court or a district court, a high court or a district court, along with a few other things. And then you're able to prove a valid dissolution of a Ghanaian customary law marriage. So your US, the reciprocity chart should be able to help you pull that up if they ask you to bring a death certificate to prove that somebody is truly dead. And sometimes they will. If, for example, you're filing for your minor child, let's say you're a green card holder, you're based in the United States, and you're filing for your 10-year-old child who's in Ghana living with your mom, her grandma or his grandma. They would sometimes ask, okay, has the father of the child consented to, the child being brought or being immigrated to the US? Can we have proof of this consent? And let's say you say, oh, the father of the child is dead. They could ask you, bring us a death certificate. So the death certificate should be valid. You can't just go sit behind your house and then write a few things that Kojomenu died. I said he's dead. End of story. And then take it. That will not be valid, okay? You have to have an acceptable document that shows that truly Kojomenu is dead. And so the US official, the consular officer should approve your case because you've been able to demonstrate that the father of the child is dead, and therefore you will not be able to obtain his consent in immigrating your child to the United States. All right, guys. I'm very today. I don't feel like I'm in my element. I hope my presentation has made sense to you guys. I'm very exhausted. I've had a very bad sore throat. I've been living on hot lemonade. Well, it's not really lemonade, like hot lemon tea and honey, I should say. I haven't slept well in a while, so I hope I wasn't all over the place, and I hope this makes sense, how to prove your case properly in U.S. immigration law, the acceptable types of documents, where to look to get guidance. And again, as I tell you guys, you don't need to do all that. This is what we do here. We can help you, okay? So if you need assistance, just ask us, and we'll do all the work for you. We'll do all the heavy lifting. When you come, just note that, if some people come and they expect that you're going to work magic within 1 week, sometimes it takes a while because some of the messes that have been caused by some people, it takes a while to detangle and undo and kind of piece back together. So we're here for you. If you need help, don't hesitate to call us. Let me see if you guys have questions or concerns. And then we'll try to answer them. I actually have a meeting. I have to hop off very soon. Ramilo Barito says, hello, do you process employment-based? Yes, we do. We do process employment-based applications. So please get in touch with us and we'll help you. Mr. Francis Garbin, thanks for joining. Bismarck Crosby Mensah on Facebook is giving us the prayer emojis. Thank you for joining. God's Masterpiece 25 on Facebook says, can you file an adjustment 130 along with EAD and travel documents if your removal proceedings came as a child legally but parents' case denied, now married to U.S. citizens and want to cancel removal? Oh, okay. If you're in removal proceedings, then we can help you probably with prosecutorial discretion to either administratively close your case or and then give USCIS the jurisdiction to try to adjudicate your marriage-based application. but it's hard to say, once you're in removal proceedings, you want to file an EAD and travel documents, you would have to do that with USCIS. Please contact us and then we can look some more into the case and see how we can help you. That sounds like you have a relief outside of court, so the court could possibly, be happy to give you the opportunity to try your luck with USCIS, okay, instead of in court. So somebody says, do you do work permits to the U.S.A? Yes, we do. We handle work permits to the U.S.A. Brother Y Isaac on Facebook says, thank you, sister, for your nice teaching. Thank you so much, Brother Y. Now, let me see some comments on Facebook. Akosia Pleasure on Instagram, on Instagram. Akosia Pleasure says, how do I file for my husband in Ghana? I'm a green card holder. You will have to, if he's in Ghana, it's a 2-part process. We'll do the first part here. Once it's approved, it's forwarded to the National Visa Center, and then he will be contacted. He will have to, do medicals, bring his police records, fill forms, pay fees, and then he has to appear for an interview at the U.S. Embassy in Ghana. We can help you. Contact us, and then we can assist you. Baskets and More on Instagram says, please reduce your prices so we can come. The price has been reduced, so please come, okay? The value of what you are getting is worth it. We've really reduced it. So that's for your service. And then let me see. Okay, we have Vince YAB says on Instagram says, lawyer, no size, proud of you, dear. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all your encouragement and support. Akosia says, please check your message. Okay, Akosia will check our messages. I think I'm frozen on Facebook. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, okay. I see what's going on now. Brother Y Isaac was actually on YouTube. God's Master was on YouTube. Okay, so some of you were watching on YouTube. Okay. Now Chief Sapon Paul on Instagram says, hello, how can I reach you? Send us a DM, send us an email. Our phone numbers are right there on our bio on Instagram, so you should be able to reach us easily. Drop us a comment. Our website, akpokulaw.com. You can schedule a meeting or email us or send us a message, okay? All right, guys. So unfortunately, my Facebook is frozen. So I will end the stream there. Thank you guys for joining.